1.
Part 3. Back to the main room, you can see this brick outer edge here where we go around the room. It follows the way the whole round the room. That pretty much can be used as a separation point to possibly fit in another floor in there, which would double obviously the space of the large room. Bad points of it, obviously we then lose this natural skylight, so we'd have to open it up a bit more, give it a bit more natural light in there if possible, or just put artificial light in there. But definitely a second floor is looking like what we need to fit what the client requires in there. And if we did, this is probably what it would look like. You see upstairs, these are quite similar to the windows that we had up at the top, quite similar to the windows. So if we were to put in a second floor, we could use it as conference rooms, teaching rooms, that sort of stuff. So, the commercial rationale. Potential partners and competition. Potential partners could be the university just across the road. They could use the teaching areas or the conference rooms for lectures if they require, or their student union reps could book them out and they could want to use them for their socials, that sort of stuff. Just universities and education, keeping it all in that education bubble, would be quite nice to get them involved. The government could provide funding as part of a development scheme, so the government could be brought in to be a potential partner. With the way everything's going, everyone wants to be seen to be redeveloping and green energy and all that sort of stuff. So having them in as a partner or redeveloping part of Chatham could do well for them. So it's definitely worth seeing if the government would like to come in as a partner as well. Other science centres at Bristol has already agreed to help out with the setting up of this new science centre in Chatham. So they definitely would be nice to bring them in. Any exhibits they're not using, they could lend them to us and vice versa. If we have something that they don't, we could swap. It then will cut down on the storage issue of needing to store exhibits when they're not in use. So having a swap sort of scheme going on would be quite beneficial. Competition. Locally, the only competition that we sort of have is number one, the London Science Museum, obviously in London, the capital itself. The main reason why that's sort of competition for Chatham is because it's quite close. It's only a 30 to 40 minute train ride away up to London. It has free entry. That is the main sort of point. It's free to go there, free to have a look around. The science located there is a bit interactive, but also it's quite fixed as well, going around and just looking at exhibits, not being able to get involved with it. So to get away from them, if we were to go quite interactual, then we are opening ourselves up to a totally different market than what the London Science Centre already is. The other is the observatory in East Sussex. That, again, is looking at a different type of science to what we possibly could look at, their planetary space. Whereas if we were to look at science which is involved in the school curriculum maybe, steer away from space and stick to those sort of key areas, then again we're opening ourselves up into a different market. The prices for East Sussex, £8 for an adult, £6 for a child. It's quite similar to what the client requires or wants to charge as well. Nationally, it's already been said that at Bristol is out there nationally, however they quite looking to be partners rather than a competition base, so we could maybe get something going with them as a partner rather than competition. There's also Techniquest down in Wales. They again are quite big competition. They were the first of its kind as a science centre, so it'd be quite beneficial to kind of get them on side rather than be in competition, but just so we're aware they are out there.